Okay, so we are now recording, Joseph. Just so you know, we're on the thing.
Okay.
I gotta go through the spiel thing.
Uh-huh.
Usually, Sean used to do this, so this is putting more pressure on me. You know what I
Oh
mean?
man, you want me
So,
next week? I'll take care of this next week. I'll,
we'll
I'll be like,
see.
"Hello, everybody, it's me, not Sean Capri."
That would be good. That would be good. Okay,
Yeah.
so you listen. There's going to be probably be a lot more people show up tonight than typical,
Oh no,
just because they want to make sure that you can handle the shoes you're about to fill.
that's true.
So there's no pressure on you. I just want to say that to you. Like,
All right, no
everything will be
pressure, but
okay.
everybody's watching me.
Yes, exactly. So
All right.
next week, when the people I'm about to read off right now are executive producers,
Yeah,
when they all jump ship,
I
we're
know why.
blaming you. Yeah, exactly.
It's cool. I know. That's what I. No,
So
no stress. Yeah.
with that, we want to thank our platinum executive producer Cory Hicks, gold executive producer Sheldon Benedict, executive producers Nick Milicia, Joel Brooks, James Johnson, Dr. Doom, Jesse Armstrong, Glauco Schaffer, David Ray, Joey Hehir, Mike Drummie, Brendan Myers, and our newest
Who is it? Who is it?
executive producer, Aaron Doherty.
I like that man.
There it is. So it's time if we ran Nintendo. Here we go.
If we ran Nintendo. If we ran Nintendo.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 86 of If We Ran Nintendo. I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, joined by the people's champion of podcasting, Mr. Bad Bit himself, Joseph Moran. What is up, sir?
I'm doing fantastic.
That
A
is
little
very
nervous.
good.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm shaking my boots right now, but I'm doing fantastic.
Listen,
Yes.
it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna be fine. We have a lot of competition to stack up to because today was the actual first episode of the Gaming Gurus. Lot of props.
Oh,
A lot
man.
of props. It just, I know Dr. Doom. I have to fix it in the thing, but he is an executive producer, so it's okay. I'm sitting there today and I'm like, I wonder how this Gaming Gurus thing's gonna do. And I'm getting message after message after message, which you guys know who you are. I'm not gonna call people out and point them out and all that stuff, but thank you for that because that totally meant the world to me. I was excited to hear that people liked what they were seeing and all that, which was good. It was different. I was a little annoyed with Sean.
Oh,
'cause
why
he's-
were you annoyed at Sean?
because,
What do you know?
we're expecting to do our first show. I want it to be perfect, everything be spot on. And here he is with his cell phone out in front of the Toronto Blue Jays baseball stadium. And I'm just like, why? Why, Capri? Why must you always train wreck my shows, man? He loves to do this.
I saw
So-
the beginning of it and I loved it. Just so you
was
know,
good.
it added
It was
something.
good.
I was like, wait,
Yeah.
are we doing the Xbox Drive or what are we doing here?
It was good. It was good. I give him props.
Yeah.
So for those that are watching right now, going like, "Where's Sean? Why is this dude sitting in his place? What is going on?" Just so you guys know, basically what happened was last week we made
had
it
to let him
official.
go.
Yeah, we got rid of him. Just had enough. Had enough. We made an executive decision. We went in and we laid out the things and we brought in some new people and they decided to vote him out. So
And it was weird because he voted yes too, which is really weird.
Yeah, exactly.
He was for an hour saying why he shouldn't get fired, and then he's
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'll do it.
yeah.
And just like in typical Canadian fashion, he apologized after. And
Yeah, exactly. Right afterwards, he's like, "I'm sorry, and maple syrup and all that stuff."
so sorry.
Sorry, sorry. So the thing of it is this: is that last week we sat down. Well, actually, the week before we sat down.
Yes.
Toby, Sean, and I, and Joseph, and we came to this conclusion that we were going to bring Joseph into the fold, to make us better fold. And, there has always been this talk of Joseph and I doing a podcast together.
Called the
There's
Jersey
also,
Boys.
yes, there was also talk of moving Sean from this show to the Nintendo PlayStation podcast, which is now the Gaming Gurus. The reason being is him and Toby always wanted to work together. And I was like, there's no way that I'm giving up Sean on this show unless, I had someone that I felt could replace him in this show. I don't feel like you can replace him in this show. But that said...
Likewise.
No, but what I meant by that is someone that was capable of, like, bringing a good energy to the show. And because that's the thing, like... I have done this for almost 2 years with Sean. And this is actually kind of strange for me. I'm going to be honest. Do you feel like you're cheating on him because he's like your podcast wife? No, nothing like that. I feel
or
like...
is it polyamorous, like, hosts? Because you got Toby and you got Sean. Who's the side thing in the relationship, Bobby?
No, I feel like, I feel a little lost at the moment.
Aww.
And it's nothing. It's not a slight against you. I don't want you to think that
I'm horrible.
In any sense. But it's just, for me, it's like when you're used to something for 2 years, it's like, how do you change everything?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, this is kind of like, I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? So, but I'm okay with this because I feel like you are very more than capable of replacing him in this fashion. So, I think that we are going to have a very strong show. I think that the reason why this move was made is because I feel like we could take this show in a very good direction. I feel like we can keep it going in a strong direction, and I feel like you're going to bring some new energy to the show. And that's basically where we are. You know what I mean? That's where I feel like this is going to be a good thing for all of us across the board.
I'm so excited. For me,
I am too.
When I heard the news, like when we were talking, I was so shocked when you're like, Joe, I want you to be the co-host of if we ran Nintendo, because this podcast is amazing. Like, seriously, it's fantastic. Sean's amazing as well. I've had him as a co-host on the PlayStation podcast. So, like, coming into the shoes I have to fill, it's not been the first time I've had to do something like that, but it is, that feeling has come back. And when it's Sean, this guy you really know, you love, it's nerve-wracking. Yeah. I've been so but like everybody here has been so fantastic about it. Yeah. Like, everybody's like, man, you're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be a-okay. Yeah. And I'm like, no, guys, like, someone has to yell at me and tell me I'm trash because it doesn't work.
Don't worry,
transitions aren't supposed to go that smoothly.
I got you covered on it. Don't worry about it. It's early yet. It's early yet. But Joseph, let's kick this episode off like we do each and every episode with our shout-outs. We're gonna go through it.
Okay.
What you have a shout-out?
I do have a shout-out, sir.
Well, it doesn't matter because it doesn't start with you. It starts with me. Yeah. We're just going to make that real clear.
I thought it was going to be a real,
it's not going to be like
How about we do it at the same time?
No. We're going to do... I'll go first. I'll go one. You go one. That's the way we do things around here. Okay. I just want to get you in check and understand what's going on.
No, you're the boss, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Got to keep that in check. Got to make sure you're still understanding where we're going with this flow. My first shout-out is to Mr. Chris Johnston. He is one of the creators and people that work for a company called Adult Swim Games. And I want to thank him. Okay. He reached out to myself and Sean today. Thanked us for the podcast that we do. Ooh. And then dropped a couple codes on us today for
that's so awesome.
So, for a pretty cool little game. And I'm excited for it. It's basically called Battle Chef Battle. Man, I'm pulling off my Jersey illiteracy big time. Battle Chef Brigade. Mixture of some side-scrolling, like, fighting stuff, and then some puzzle platform, like, not puzzle platforming, some puzzler, like a Tetris-style game and all that. And so Sean and I have decided that we are going to do a video together and do a review together.
Ooh, I like
so
that
it's kind of cool. But seriously, like,
is that for the Switch?
It's for the Switch.
Ooh.
The kind words that came along with this code were pretty phenomenal, man.
Yeah?
I didn't even realize it's. I said this to Sean previously. It's weird when you get people reach out to you that you don't realize listen to the show.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, wow, like this is crazy. Like, here's a guy that I didn't even know listened or watched the show and reaches out to us and like thanks us and tells us he enjoys the show and is like, hey, here you go. Here's so. Yeah.
It's weird. I've had one person approach me in real life.
Really?
I've had one person. I was at a Dairy Queen, and he's like, "Are you Bad Big Games?" I'm like, "Am I gonna die right now? Are all those death threats about to become reality?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Dude, I love your stuff." And I'm just like, I was so like, okay, so when's the shanking gonna happen? I was like, "Thank you."
That's funny.
Made it so awkward.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What do you have a shout out?
I do have a shout out, and I just want to say I'm going to give it to the first person that deserved this. Is one of the first people that has ever subscribed to my channel, and that is Mickey. Mickey, you also know him as Yellow Cake or Veg Cake, whatever platform he's on. Yeah, he became a patron.
Yeah. Yes.
He's fantastic.
By the way, he is our newest patron.
So Mickey, look at that.
Yeah, thank you, Mickey.
Yeah. He's fantastic. His girlfriend's fantastic. Seriously, like, man, this guy's been with it through thick and thin with me and my channel. He's usually, when you know someone in real life, they're like, "Oh yeah, I'll support you. Yeah, I'll give you a subscribe," and they never watch. This kid, man, since day one, and now like seeing him be a patron, comment, come on the Discord and like make new friends. That's awesome, and I want to thank him seriously. It's because people like Mickey that I'm here today. Yeah. My second shout out, or do you wanna?
It's now my turn.
Oh, okay, it's your turn. Okay.
Slow your roll.
Gotta slow it. I gotta
get yourself back in that box. Know your lane.
I'm in it. I'm in the lane.
Zoink Games. They reached out to me last week, and Alex from Zoink Games dropped a stick it to the man code on me. And I'm going to do a review for that as well this week. I'm going to do some streaming of that game as well. And so I want to thank them for being super supportive of everything that I do, and just really kind to me all across the board. Because I feel like they were one of the first ones, along with Image of Form, to really like wrap their arms around me. And I was like a nobody. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, Alex is actually part of the Facebook group that we have, and she's super nice to everybody, and I just love her to death, man. So I just wanted to say thank you to her, as well as Klaus, and everybody over at Zoink Games. So I appreciate it.
I love that name, Zoink. I love it so much.
It's awesome.
Because if I was a PR person, I would put little asterisks as like a Zoink in, like right before I start a sentence, and Zoink when I like end the paragraph.
What's funny? You know what's funny? So back in the day when I first met them, right? They were on Instagram a lot, and I was on Instagram a lot, and they were doing a Q&A. And they were like, "Hey, what would be?" Or they were just like, "Hey, if you guys want us to do something today, shout it out to us." And I was like, "Hey, how about you guys sing 'I'm a Little Teapot'?" And they did it, right?
Oh my God.
So now, fast forward a couple weeks, and I'm like, okay, "Hey guys, I'm doing a Q&A on the Geek Guru channel when I was a Geek Guru. If you guys have questions, let me know." And they're like, "Hey, can you sing 'I'm a Little Teapot'?" So then I did 'I'm a Little Teapot' on the Geek Guru channel.
Oh my goodness.
Fun.
I like it.
Good times.
I like it. I haven't had anybody tell me to do child rhymes. So I'm maybe when I know my dates come, maybe they'll be like, "Can you be a little teapot? And we want you to dress as one."
There you go.
Anyway,
what's your next shout out?
My next shout out. Let me see. Who's next? First, actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this one. Kyle Stevenson. He's from the Kind of Funny Facebook group. This guy is a tremendous human being. Like, he is an amazing source of hope and inspiration.
Nice.
And this guy, there's there's few people as nice as he is, and at the same time has such an important like roles in and out of his daily life. And I'm so happy to have him tonight on the PlayStation podcast.
Nice.
We had him on like a couple weeks ago, and he wants to do this. He wants to do some type of podcast, and like. The first time I had him on the PlayStation podcast, it was almost like he's been doing this his entire life. Mm-hmm. And like when I see people who want to get into the podcast game, who want to start this, just do it. Seriously, do it, because it's so much fun. Like after this podcast, I'll be recording with him. It's gonna be 9:30 at night, but I'm gonna love doing it anyway because there's something about talking about what you love that just amplifies it, especially when you're talking about it to other people. So I want to give a huge shout out to him for really just being so supportive of my work and helping me out when seriously I was in the greatest of all need. So
and that real quick, that's another show that I want to tell people that we have now within the Make Us Better, the PlayStation podcast. So if anybody that's in the PlayStation, blasphemy on this show, I know that it's a garbage.
What a terrible console concept.
It's a bad console. It's
awful
a mess.
games.
It's a mess. But if you're into that thing, whatever, go check out the PlayStation podcast. Last one I want to give a shout out to is Alejandro Buendia. He's also, some people know him as Dream Daddy Bobby. He reached out to me last night on Twitter. Man, the community is truly amazing. You know what I mean?
Seriously is.
He reaches out to me and he's like, "Hey Bobby, I'm curious, were you able to get an Xbox One X?" Because he knew that I was talking about it. And I was like, "Well, you know what I did was I asked my wife to get me an S for Christmas." Okay. And so I don't want to really get an X yet because I don't want to spend the money, and then next thing you know, I don't like the Xbox, and then I'm stuck with this $500 brick in my house. So he was like, "Well, I have an extra one, so I thought that if you were interested, I could sell it to you or whatever." He's got the Scorpio edition, and I was like, "Dude, I really truly appreciate that. Thank you so much, man." And so
you're gonna be getting an X.
I'm good. I probably will get an X at one point.
Also, just so you know, because I'm part of the X Club. I own an Xbox One X, and when you own it, you have to, when you say do Xbox One X, you have to cross your arms like this.
You think it's DX?
It's a rule. It's weird, but Phil Spencer put it in place.
What's your last shout out? Get out of here with that.
I gotta give my last shout out to Mr. Moody, the glorious one. I gave him when I left the Xbox podcast, I gave him the title of the People's Champ to hold it in place. And I have to say, he's again another tremendous human being.
No. You don't. It's not yours to give away.
Oh well, it doesn't matter anymore. That's in the past. Now I'm the people's champ of podcasting.
Okay.
The Xbox thing's so small. Podcasts in general, huge. Okay, car talk guys, let's fight for it. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But Mr. Moody, seriously, he's been again like a guy that continues to share, watch all my videos. He's been a huge supporter of mine and just an overall amazing friend. Anytime something has happened, anything in my life, he's always one of the first ones to ask me how I'm doing. He's one of those people that, I just love. I love talking to him. He's an overall amazing person. And let me tell you something, his wife, wow, she is definitely, settling. Let me tell you.
What is wrong with you, man?
Mrs. Moody, call me.
Anyway, listen.
So the shout-out's really for Mrs. Moody. Call me, please.
Wow, you're going to get us kicked off the airwaves. Real quick, also, before we get moving a little forward, I just want to give a quick shout-out to the chat. We got Aaron Doherty in the room. Joel Brooks. Joel, I just want to give a special shout-out to you, buddy. Thank you for everything that you've done for us since the beginning of all this. Dude, it truly means the world, and it hits me right here, bro. So thank you so much. James Johnson's in the house. What is up? Who else we got? We got Nintendo Talk Patrick. We got Tommy is almost zen, my man. How you doing, buddy? Jonathan Brown. Ribo Flavins, my boy Ribo. How are you, sir?
Oh, that's my partner.
Yeah, Sparvy. Sparvy is the first one that was in the chat. Doesn't matter who else came before him. Sparvy's always number one in the chat. Just let everybody know. Joey Splat's in the house. Matthew Knight, David O. Who else we got here?
We got Jams.
That's James Johnson. That's James Johnson. Leopold Victor, what is up? Who else we got? We got a couple more. I know I got David Ray in the house. What is up? And there we go. So, Jesse Armstrong's in the house. Yeah. So Jesse Armstrong is like.
We should also address the simple fact that you might be my father.
You know what? We're not going to address that fact.
Can we leave that for episode 100 as well?
Episode 100 is. I don't know if you heard this today.
Right.
Sean's goodbye.
Yes.
So at episode 100, which will be 2 years of this podcast, Sean will return and we'll do our official goodbye episode to Sean. So that's a thing.
And then we'll get the DNA test 101 is what you're saying?
Yeah, then we'll pull Maury Povich afterwards.
All right, good.
Dr. Doom, yes. So real quick before we jump into our topic of the day, because it's a good topic, I feel. Which I want to give a shout out to Jesse Sacken, because Jesse Sacken shot this topic to me last week. Ooh. And, it is what it is. RPG, what is up? So the idea here, Jesse threw a thing like, if you ran Nintendo, what movie, how would you work the movie and stuff? We're going to hold on that for a second. Okay. So you have beaten Odyssey, correct?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay. And I have beaten Odyssey as well. How many moons have you gotten?
Oh man, I don't know off the top of my head. That's a gotcha question, Bobby.
Yeah.
If I've ever heard of it. Not too many. I'll be completely honest. I got enough to beat the game. I got to an area, and I got a few more moons, so maybe about like 130, 150 around there.
Yeah. Okay. Not too bad.
But I also, with that game, I get very impatient.
So my question, just a quick yes or no.
Okay.
So the Game Awards is coming up in a couple weeks, and
Absolutely.
This game was nominated as Game of the Year. Mm-hmm. Just yes or no. I don't want details. Mm-hmm. Does Odyssey beat Zelda in Game of the Year? No. Okay, that's all I need to know. Just wanted to see if you were okay to stay on the show or not.
Why?
You bought Skyrim.
Yes?
What's that?
What fool would say yes?
There's some fools out there, I'm sure.
Oh man.
Yes. You bought Skyrim today, right?
I did. Look at this right here.
What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, and you know what? Guess where I played it? Rip Sean. I played it on the toilet today. That's how I wanted to. I memorialize Sean. This is the third time I bought it, but I was dropping it too. And let me tell you something. I'm like, I've bought Skyrim on the Xbox, original Xbox back in the day. Okay. Bought it used for the PlayStation 3, garbage. And it really is. That version is garbage.
Yeah. Tom Moriarty tore them up for that.
Ugh. The PC version was then my mainstay. That's why I played all the DLC on it.
Yeah.
I borrowed the remastered version and I couldn't get into it. So I was actually thinking when I picked this up yesterday, or today rather, I thought it was gonna be like a one and done. Like I'd pick it up, I'd get to the first scene and then like never pick it up again. But I found myself, I'm in River Run right now, and I find myself really wanting to play it again. I love the fact that this game is on handheld, and when it's on handheld, it looks just so great.
Does it?
Seriously, it looks phenomenal, and it plays. It runs a little slow. It chugs in the beginning, but from what I've seen so far, it's not the most polished port. It is a Bethesda port, but it's pretty good, man. I'm really enjoying it. I'll be playing a lot more of it. I know that for sure.
There was just so much to hit last week that I had to put the brakes on a little bit.
Did you waste money on LA Noire?
Not yet, but I am going to get it.
Don't do it.
Why?
It's a bad game, Bobby. It's a real bad game.
Is it? I don't know, man.
It is garbage. Hot. What is it? Hot trash
in the summer.
July. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna buy it anyway because I want that Grand Theft Auto 5.
I know they can do it. Some guys
Dude,
like
they already can. Of course they can. It was on the PS4 or the PS3 and the Xbox 360.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything that was there, we can do. Like,
the
come on, man.
The only thing is the chip size. Is the file going to be? Are they going to cheap out and
yes.
do like a 12 gig or 8 gig? Or are they going to go big, go home, get that 38?
Listen, I could care less. I won't buy the cartridge. I'll just download the whole game.
That's true.
That game is so good that I want to have it all. I want that game badly.
I mean, I understand buying a bad game like LA Noire to give a signal that people will buy a good game that is GTA 5. Not the best.
I hope they bring Bully.
Bully would be nice.
I really liked Bully, man.
Bully, that's a game I never played. That
was good, man. That was a good game. Yeah. Really good game. The nice thing is thanks to my boy Patrick from Nintendo. Mm-hmm. So we're sitting there today, or yesterday, we were recording a podcast. And I'm like, man, after this podcast, I get done. I'm going to download some Batman Telltale. And he's like, wait till Friday. I was like, why? It's $20 at GameStop.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, man. It's $20 Black Friday sale, GameStop. Batman Telltale for the Switch is $20.
Huh. Yeah, no, I'm gonna pick that up. Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, because that's, to be honest, to me, Telltale games, how glitchy they are, they're not worth the full price.
Yeah,
I liked the Batman game a lot, a lot. Last year, but it was too buggy, and I kind of felt ripped off.
Up?
Yo, what's up? I kind of felt ripped off about buying it full price, and Black Friday, that is gonna be my jam.
I'm in there.
I'm buying so many games on Black Friday, and it's gonna be like for $40 at the end of
it. I'm hyped, man. I really am hyped for it. I can't wait. I'm gonna get so much stuff.
I'm gonna buy 1-2 Switch for $10. No, it's like 20, right?
They could give me that game and I wouldn't take it.
Just wanted to see her.
That is not going to happen. Never. That game will never touch my Switch. Ever.
It wouldn't attain it. Do you have a name for your Switch?
Do I have what?
A name for your Switch.
A name for my Switch?
Yeah. Like my name for my car and my PS4 is Vanessa because it's a sexy name. And my Switch is named Jessica. And so nothing's going to ever take Jessica from me. You know?
What is wrong with you?
A lot of things. Also, a lot of this caffeine that just got into my system.
Jessica Rabbit?
Oh, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
Whew. For one of my first crushes was a rabbit, you guys, named Jessica.
Joey Splats, no, you cannot have a 1-2 Switch stream. It's not going to happen, my friend.
It's not.
Sorry.
How would that even work?
It wouldn't work.
It just wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work.
It would just be an in real life stream, really.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's jump into our first topic, or our only topic for the show today. If we ran Nintendo, how would we handle the Mario movie? Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of facets to this. We're going to break it down one by one, and we're going to go through this thing slowly and just dive into this and have a good time with this. So the first question in this all is, what studio would we have used to make this Mario movie? Now, we know that Universal is the studio that they're using.
Yes.
They're using the actual company that made Minions and all that stuff. Despicable Me is doing this. Mm-hmm. They do a good job, but I don't know that I would have taken them to be the studio that I did. Yes, I wouldn't have done that. Now, I'm also looking at a business side of this, right?
All right.
So I would not, at the same time as doing this, the easy answer of Pixar Disney just doesn't faze me.
And also I don't think Mario and Disney, as much as like I view Nintendo as like the Disney of video games, they're way too different for me.
Yeah.
They don't.
But here's the other thing. Disney's going to want those characters in their theme parks and that's not going to happen because we already have them over here.
Yeah, they have them at Universal, right?
Yes,
they're
at
Japan
Universal
first.
Well, it'll be Japan first, then Florida, then California, which I'll be there. I'll be like tackling.
Which one? California or trash Florida?
No. Take that back.
I'm gonna just say something real now. If you live in Florida, you might be a garbage person.
What is wrong with you?
Florida's the worst state ever.
It is not the worst state
I've never
ever.
seen
Disney
so many
World, my
traffic
man.
lights
Disney
in
World.
my life.
Let me explain something to you. Disney
Yeah.
World. That's all. That is all right there.
And
Done.
I'll say another thing. Ronald Reagan Highway, I think it's called.
Yeah.
State Highway.
Yeah.
That thing is cool to run at night because there's no lights, but it's all reflective. It's like I'm driving in Tron, Bobby.
So the thing of it is this, is that if we think about it, I wouldn't do Universal. I wouldn't do Disney. I wouldn't do Pixar, right?
Okay.
For me, I would go DreamWorks.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that they've done Shrek, we know that they're solid with their movies. They could do a great job with it. So for me, that's the way I go. I go DreamWorks. What do you do?
You know what? I love that you said Shrek because one of my friends right now just rolled in their graves. That is in my friend group, Bobby. Shrek is the biggest inside joke. So now I just got Vietnam flashbacks of Shrek's face. I would actually stick with WB Universal. I'm actually sticking with them. Yeah.
Why?
Because I think business makes sense. You're already doing business with them in the parks. And to me, revenue wise, in the park purchases would just, I don't know, make more money for both sides.
See, but here's the thing. I would go to Universal and say, like, hey guys, look, we want DreamWorks to make this movie.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they can do the better movie. I feel like big picture wise, this needs to be a home run. Yeah, I feel like they can knock it out the park with what they do. You know?
Well, I also like when I look at like WB or like Universal, because they're the same company, right? Universal and WB. Pretty sure. They're under that banner.
No.
No.
Ooh. Warner Brothers is owned. Warner Brothers is not owned by NBC.
Oh, it is really? Okay, then this throws me through a hoop, Bobby.
Yeah.
This throws me. Still doing Universal because I'm a man of my word. Mm-hmm. Or maybe not. Now maybe I'm thinking DreamWorks. Oh man, I really thought they were the same company for some reason. Because isn't there like a Warner Brothers lot in Universal?
There might be that.
Okay.
No. Because so if you're from Jersey, so yes. Here's the thing: like when we go to Six Flags, that's Warner Brothers.
Okay.
So when you go there, you see Batman, Superman, all those guys out there. You see Bugs Bunny and all that.
Yeah.
So they're not. It's not the same. No.
Oh man. Okay. Well then, I'm switching from Universal. I'm going WB. Okay. All right. I got a Warner Brother on this one.
Okay, but why would you go Warner Brothers?
Because of the Lego Movie. The Lego movies make cash.
No, I agree.
They are great. They are great studio. They're great animation work as well. To me, I know some people don't like the Lego movements, but it's true to what they've done a great job of doing, of being true to their source material so far. Mm-hmm. So when I see those Lego movies, I'm like seeing how like all the characters and all those things like coming to life. It feels like, I don't know, it just feels right to me, right? So I'm thinking like when I saw like Lego Batman, I was like, oh my goodness, they're great at doing stuff for kids, and then they're really good at throwing us like adult comedy in between, or like things that you wouldn't get if you were a kid, and then watching it back as an adult, you go, oh my god, they put that in that movie. So that's what I think. I think WB because of the Lego Movie and that studio, the way they do work. But I hear now the Ninjago movie was disappointing.
Yeah.
But Batman, we'll learn that.
That's just no. We got to go Shrek, dude. We got to go DreamWorks.
Oh boy.
Many great Shrek movies. They're all fantastic.
Not even one of them, Bobby. I stopped at Shrek, the Shrekkening, the Shrek Awakens.
Dude, they are good movies, man. Puss in Boots.
No.
They get ready to make a donkey movie.
Are they really?
Yeah, man. Eddie Murphy going to be
God, they're making the Shrek. Wait, are you telling me they're making the Shrek cinematic universe?
Yes. And they need some Mario up in that. Because think about it. No. If we get that, then maybe we get Shrek and Smash.
I would never want that in my life.
Me neither, but that's
a thing of nightmares, what you've just said.
Okay, so that's step one.
Yeah.
Now, casting.
Okay.
Who would we get to voice the movie? And there's two mindsets here.
Right.
Do we keep it the same as the people that do the games currently? Or do we change it up and cast it out across the board?
Okay. This is a yes and no.
Pretty much.
Because for me, everyone goes but the man that voices Mario and Luigi.
Okay. Charles Martinet.
Yeah, he has to. He is the voice of Mario.
Yeah.
Just like with Darth Vader, right? When James Earl Jones goes, they're gonna robot his voice up to make him Darth Vader forever. Same with Mario. I hope they future-proof Mario.
Yeah.
For me, it has to be him. Every yoo-hoo is it's yoo-hoo. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
My thing is this: is when in my notes I wrote I would keep it the same as the games.
Yeah.
But for fun, I was like, what if we just made the whole lineup celebrities?
Yes.
Let's just cast it out.
Did.
Let's just cast it out.
Yeah.
So who would you get to play Mario?
Okay. So Mario, for me and always, will always be the voice of Mario.
Yes, I agree.
But
here's the thing. I just want to make it like, here comes Universal. They barge in and they go, guys, we can't use Charles Martinet. We need it to be like celebrity status, so this way we can get more people to the theaters. If they did that to us, who do we put as Mario?
I wouldn't want it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
God! All right, Vin Diesel.
Really?
He looks like a plumber.
I think I have a good 1-2 combination for
What's
Mario and Luigi.
What's that?
Robert De Niro as Mario, Joe Pesci as Luigi. It would be amazing, man. They're both Italian, man. It all works out. I
just would love to see
Mario with the
Joe
whole
Pesci curses way
Mario
through.
standing in the mirror like, you talking to me? Like, that would be awesome, man.
Are you talking to me?
It's amazing, dude. It's amazing. Who plays Princess Peach for you?
Okay, I got this one. So to me, in my movie, again, voice of Mario is Mario.
Mm-hmm.
To me, though, Peach has to be someone else.
Yeah.
Because again, there's going to be a lot of dialogue, or at least some dialogue in this movie. So I got two people. All right, and they are natural.
But only one woman could play. So
I know, but just like this, they could switch on and off because I'll tell you why. Okay. So I got Natalie Dormer from Game of Thrones. She plays Marjorie Tyrell. She's good. Wait.
No,
she's great.
Go to the next one.
Okay.
Go to the next one.
But she could change her voice up really well.
Horrible.
She could change her. Oh my goodness!
Get her out of here.
You know what?
Get her out of here.
Fire me, okay. Bobby. My next one would be Christian Wiig.
No,
we need someone that has comedy.
Okay,
that's what I'm thinking. This is going to be a kids movie, but it needs comedy.
But here's my thing,
it needs to be comedians.
If you're going with that, you gotta have Marissa Tomei as Peach.
All right, you know what? I'm not actually arguing with that. Oh, I honestly just got a little hot, you guys. All right, Marissa Tomei wins.
All right. So you see where we're going here.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one is Toad. Who's your Toad?
Oh damn. I forgot Toad. I was writing him down and then I was like, let me think of someone else. But I know. You know what? I'll make him Josh Gad.
Who the hell's Josh Gad?
You don't know who Josh Gad is?
No.
Oh my goodness, he's amazing. Look him up right now. He was in the newest Beauty and the Beast. He's amazing, though. You take my word for it. I think of a chubby little guy, a chubby little Toad. I'm thinking of Josh Gad, for sure.
I'm thinking,
and he has a friendly enough voice to pull off a Toad.
Okay, so if I'm going
Peter Dinklage's Toad, I would love to do that. I find that a little offensive.
No pun intended. I would go Kevin Hart with Toad.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because I could see him like just really making that role kind of funny and going with it.
Okay. Or you know what though? Honestly, I could see Kevin Hart as Yoshi though.
I didn't even cast Yoshi. That's true, man.
Yoshi was
that
my
would be
mystery.
perfect. That would be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do this. Let's go. What's his name? Bobby. Whatever. Bobby. He's on SNL.
Bobby Flanagan, I think, or something. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. That kid,
Bobby Mordahan.
That's it. He should play Toad.
I agree with you. 100%.
And then Yoshi should be Kevin Hart.
Yeah, he's great. He's on a podcast that I listen to. He's amazing. So yeah, and he's also really good at characters.
Now, who plays Bowser for you?
Okay, hear me out on this one, and I don't even know why, and it's probably because I watched Baby Driver last night.
Oh,
but
God.
For some reason, I'm John Hamm. Don't know why. I don't know why.
Here's the
Obviously,
thing.
you could throw something better at me, but for some reason, I think John Hamm could portray a good Bowser. Because I don't want to do the ho 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 thing. I want him to have personality. John Hamm, amazing actor. Also, really, he's a spot on impersonator, and his comedy timing is amazing. Like everybody on SNL,
But here's the thing.
Thinks he's amazing.
But here's the thing. Bowser shouldn't be that role.
What do you mean?
What's Bowser shouldn't be
be?
comedy and all that. To me, Bowser is Jeremy Irons.
I was thinking that too.
That intimidating voice, that strong voice.
But to me, I'm like, is Bowser British?
It doesn't matter, man.
Is he talking to Batman?
I think Scar.
And like, I'm thinking,
Scar,
and that's the reason
Scar.
why I'm thinking Scar.
Yeah, Scar was a mean son of a gun, man, and I like that.
You want to go to war?
So I have a couple more characters, but I'm going to put a pin in this first before I go back to these characters. All right.
Okay.
So my question to you now is, what characters? Well, we don't need to worry about the characters just yet.
Yeah.
What would the story be for you? What would the story be?
So to me, I don't know the plot per se because Mario always runs on specific tropes, and the plot always relies on the gameplay. Mm-hmm. There's always something about the gameplay, and that's what the story it revolves around. Yeah. So for me, it has to be this. It has to give a reason for Mario to visit all parts of the Mushroom Kingdom. Mm-hmm. So to me, I'm thinking he has to unite, kind of like Justice League. He has to unite the seven, but you'll never see, Green Lantern in it for some reason. But he has to unite the Mushroom Kingdom to, I don't know, defeat Bowser in some way, because there has to be a reason that drives him to the Boo Kingdom. There has to be a reason to why he's going to the desert levels, right? Mm-hmm. Or all these caves. It can't be just the Lord of the Rings, drop the ring in Mordor and walk away. Yeah. To me, there has to be purpose. And to me, there also has to be a set of characters that are willing to fight with Mario. It can't just be him, Kevin Hart. We might as well have The Rock playing as Mario at that point. Which, doable. I'm not saying it's not. Yeah. The Rock's a very likable guy. So to me, we have to have a plot that involves all these pieces of the Mushroom Kingdom. Okay. That,
so let me pause you for a second there. Let me give you my movie. Okay? Let me give you my synopsis for my movie, and then we can go from there. So the movie starts off with Bowser and Mario fighting, like they always fight. It's the final fight. Mario's finally got to Bowser. He's going to rescue Peach, and they're fighting. And as they're fighting, Wart from Super Mario Bros. 2 slips in, steals Peach.
Okay.
His goal is to take out Peach, Toad, and Luigi, and Mario. So that way they can't stop him from taking over the dream world that he's trying to do. He knows that if he can kill them, he won't have to worry about the four coming after him later to take it over. As Wart runs off with Peach, Toad starts screaming at them to stop fighting and that Peach will be kidnapped. Now, Mario and Bowser team up, kind of like a buddy cop thing.
Buddy comedy?
Yes. And then they go after Wart to take Wart down.
Okay, I allow this, but only if Mario says, but I was a day away from retirement. Only on that do I agree.
Now,
yeah,
if we're in agreement that this is a decent looking idea,
wait, I got this. And I'll only agree to this idea as well if he says, I'm getting too old for this, and then a 1-up sign happens.
Oh, good God. Would you stop it?
It bleeps Mario out.
So the thing is now we're going to back it up, right? Who plays Wart for you?
Well, you're throwing me through a hoop here.
Yeah.
Who plays Wart? I'm gonna say Sir Michael Caine.
Really?
You're throwing me through
I got one I think you'll respect.
Because when I'm thinking of a frog, it's guttural, right?
Yeah, but I'm not worried about that.
So I'm thinking Michael Caine would do a great job.
I think I would go James Earl Jones.
Can I argue with Mufasa? Can I argue with Vader? I would agree.
You know what I mean? Like, you have that big, deep voice. That you know what I mean? Like, I like it.
I like
There's
it.
There's two other characters that I would bring in from Super Mario Bros. 2 now. Okay? I would bring in Mauser, just because he wears the glasses and kind of cool looking. You know what I mean? And I would bring in Birdo.
Okay, here's the deal. You're throwing in way too many characters from a video game that nobody likes.
First off, it's the best 2D Mario game ever. Stop that nonsense. Okay? Stop it.
Bobby.
Joseph.
What podcast do you think we...
It's
if I was wrong
game.
all the time?
It is amazing
No,
game.
this is if I ran Nintendo. This is...
First off, people love Bowser. I mean, people love Birdo. So save that. Okay. But what I thought of is, like, Wart has a little clan of henchmen, and he gets Birdo, and he gets Mauser. John Travolta plays Mauser.
You're done. You won. You had it. Only if he looks confused all the time.
Exactly. Because I think about Get Shorty, where he's walking around with a leather jacket and the glass. Like, it's perfect. It's perfect.
I tried. Thank you, because that's Southern comedy. I was like, let me IMDb. Who's Birdo to you?
The Rock.
The Rock.
I know Birdo is female. Okay. But I just have this thing that it would be kind of cool to hear The Rock's voice coming out of Birdo.
The Rock costs too much.
No, he doesn't.
He's the most expensive actor right now.
As he needs to be.
And after the Rampage movie, does he need to... that's going to be a franchise in itself.
I don't know, man. He's doing Jumanji, too.
That actually looks really good. Like, I was being sarcastic about Rampage.
No, him and Kevin Hart
Yeah, they're always in the same movie.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, can we discuss this Sonic movie that
there is no
Joey
Sonic
Splat
movie.
says?
There's no Sonic movie.
No. I'll get you in one sentence right here. It's in Hollywood. It's in development hell for the rest of its life. It'll never get released. There you go. It's a straight to movie DVD. That's what it is.
You probably nailed it. That's probably what it's going to be. It's also where most straight to movie or straight to DVD movies go. Dumpster in the summer.
Where it belongs.
There you go. Exactly where it goes.
Because a 3D Sonic, no matter movie nor game, is not ever going to...
Exactly. What they need to do is, they need to get Kirby to suck up the DVDs, and then throw Kirby in the hot trash.
I agree with you, too.
And there you go. So
here's the thing. You're not going to have... We agree so much on so many things. Like, Kirby's awful. And he is such... I don't want to curse on this show, but he is also trash. If you play him in Smash and you think you're good, or Meta Knight... Just reevaluate your entire
existence. I like what Arfin said. He said that it would go straight to torrents.
The most torrented movie is the Sonic Kirby duo.
I love it. Final question I had in this is, let's do this. Would there be any other characters that you feel from the Mario universe that has to be in this movie?
Dude, of course, Koopa Troopers and Goombas have to be in it.
That's a no-brainer. Yeah.
And either one of them, I think Goombas, Charlie Day has to voice at least one of those Goombas.
Okay.
Because I feel like he would be a good Goomba. Also, my neighbors are like best friends with him. Really? So maybe he's a guest one day. Who knows? Shy Guy has to be in it, to me.
Yes, I have
Michael
Shy
Cera's Shy Guy. Just makes sense. He's a twerp. Dry Bones. I want Dry Bones. We need Dry Bones.
Yeah, we need.
And it's Sir Ian McKellen who's playing Dry Bones.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes.
And then we need King Boo. And guess who King Boo is?
John Travolta?
Nope, John Cena.
John Cena.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yeah. You can't see him only when he wants.
Yeah, you can't see me. That's perfect. That is. You can't see me. Oh my god, that's so funny, dude. That is ideal. That is perfect. Good god.
Yeah.
So, the last question we have is: would we also do game tie-ins with this?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now, would we just basically kind of loosely? I think here's the thing. I would probably try to keep it very loose to the cuff as far as the storyline goes in the game. I would basically have like Wart as my final boss. You start off the game, you're fighting Bowser. You kind of move along through the worlds. Maybe it's a tag in, tag out thing where you can kind of like Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, where you kind of tag in, tag out for Mario and Bowser back and forth. Give Bowser some special abilities that aren't necessarily true platforming ability, like he can shoot fire or whatever.
Or you could play with that concept of
you could do
of him like going through stuff, using his using brute strength and then using Mario's agility. You could use something like that. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to a movie tie-in.
Question to you is, would you go 2D or would you go 3D?
Oh, we're going 3D. We're going 3D.
You think it really needs that?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm thinking 3D.
I would probably go 2D.
We're going to throw microtransactions in it. We're going to really milk this.
We're not. No, stop.
They're tied to progression.
No, they're not. Stop it.
Listen. Also,
what I would do is like a 2.5D, kind of like Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, where you can kind of fade back and forth a little bit, go back and forth within the map and the levels and such.
True. This isn't a $60 game? This is more of like a digital title?
No. This is a $60 game, man.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're not going budget title. Nintendo don't do budget titles.
It's true.
Captain Toad, but that was it.
I saw so much Captain Toad. I want that on Switch.
Dude, I saw Captain Toad all over that game, and I was just like, please bring him back.
I know.
Please, Nintendo. Let's make him.
I want. Wait. How about this? Instead of that, we have a Captain Toad game styled like Uncharted.
That's funny. That's funny.
I want Toad to shoot guns and kill terrorists. That's what I want, real bad.
Can we get Troy Baker to play a role in this movie?
He's SAG, so I don't see why not. Right? But who's he playing?
That's the question. That's a good question. Maybe he plays Captain Toad.
Oh, yes.
And he comes in and like throws in like this little, Yeah.
Well, no. See, if it's Captain Toad, it has to be Nolan North because of my Uncharted spin-off-esque movie that comes afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah, I need this, guys. Just think about it. Think about just Toad running in there like with a Glock, just shooting at people, chasing them.
You know who Troy Baker make a great Waluigi.
Yeah.
I bet you he could kill a Waluigi.
Got real into that, Bobby. Who's the director of this movie, Bobby?
That's a good question. You know what? We gotta go. I mean, Spielberg is an obvious choice, I think.
Yeah, but Spielberg ain't gonna take this. We need
part of DreamWorks, isn't he?
What's
that? He's part of DreamWorks.
He is part of DreamWorks. He is, but I think he's doing. I mean, he does movies like Lincoln, right? He's not gonna stop. Like.
He also did movies like The Goonies.
Yeah, but that's young. Like I want a young, Spielberg-esque person. I want someone young in here. Some young blood. Not saying
Abrams.
I put that in there as a joke for lens flare and style. But hey, he made The Force Awakens one of my favorite Star Wars.
Yeah.
What's that?
No, so yeah.
Okay, you're gonna disagree. Just like how Star Wars is sci-fi. Come on, Bobby.
Star Wars is sci-fi. Number one. Number two. Stop it. That's number one. Number two. The fact of the matter is that Force Awakens is an okay movie. It's New Hope 2.0, but okay.
He's doing this to trigger me. He's just saying all those.
What? It's the truth. It's the New Hope 2.0.
God, you couldn't be any more wrong.
Probably New Hope 1.5, if I'm being honest.
Okay, we're just gonna move on.
One thing you missed was Obi-Wan Kenobi going, I feel like great disturbance in the Force. That's all you needed.
Could we put you and McGregor in this?
But that was the moment when Leia felt like some things go down. That's that look. That was the Obi-Wan look. I'm telling you, it's carbon copy. I saw that movie back when I was like in first grade, my man.
What a disgusting and insulting thing to say. I don't have time. Man. I don't have time to tell you how wrong.
I am not wrong, man. I am
Let me guess,
not
your
wrong.
favorite characters, Jar Jar or
No,
Greedo?
man. Listen.
Who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Favorite Star Wars character is Han Solo.
Okay, all right, you're right somewhere at least.
Yeah.
We can agree Han Solo isn't going to be a good movie. I would agree with you.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be good.
So Joseph,
okay, my director of choice would be the guys that directed Lego, Lego movie.
Get out of here with your nonsense.
Because they're great. They're great directors, and they stay true to source material. That's what I need. I need someone that stays true to source material. Or
how the hell is Lego staying true to source material?
The Lego movie?
Yeah, how's that true? What source material is there for the Lego movie?
Because, they're going through all the Lego properties.
Yeah.
Right? And they move like Legos. The whole point of them creating things in order to solve various problems, but they do it in a non-cringy way.
I thought we were playing.
Amazing. And how at the end of the day, it's all this kid's story. Oh, spoiler alert. Jon Snow dies at the end of season 5. Nonetheless, you're going to get those kids in there. And I just threw this in here because, he's a great director. And I would love to see him do something for kids and not for adults. And that's Edgar Wright. Maybe because I watched Baby Driver last night.
So that is all. Thank you guys for listening to us on iTunes, DateSpace.com, over on the Google Plays, checking us out on YouTube at /Nintendo Guru. Thank you for all the support over on Patreon.com/Make Us Better. You can follow Joseph over on Twitter at Mr. Badbit. You can follow me at Nintendo Gurus. Follow the show at If We Ran Nintendo. That is all. Peace out, Preston.
You're going to do me like that?
I'm doing you like that because that was
all right,
horrible.
We're ending it on Edgar Wright.
That was horrible. That is all.
How's that bad choices?
That was bad choices. That is all. That is all.
Those are great. Guys, great choices, right?
Just say bye. Just say goodbye.
Goodbye.